it looks like some massive flooding has happened in Hawaii, where it looks like a dam this is like the worst flooding they had in 20 years. But a dam is near failure or possibly have already fallen. We'll get over into the details of this whole situation.
From above, you can see the devastation. Entire street blocks on the Hawaiian island of Oahu completely underwater. Stalled cars submerged and stretches of farmland gone. Below, a desperate scramble to safety. The water here rising above the windows. Some attempting to wade through chest-high floodwaters. And across the North Shore, thousands forced to evacuate in the dark.
The Coast Guard will be out there to do search and rescue if, God forbid, any of our loved ones have been washed away with housing. It's going to be a very, very touch-and-go day.
Tonight, the Wahiawa Dam at risk of failure. Hundreds of homes below it forced to evacuate.
The dam, which has been safe, was getting close to 85 feet. That's why we sounded the alarms and made sure people could get over out of harm's way.
The rain has been relentless.
Now, based on my research, it was at 85 feet and it's at 90 feet. That's when it has the possibility for toppling over. But let's keep going.
A second storm system pounding the islands this week. Months worth of rain causing dangerous conditions and significant damage. This home ripped away in heavy winds, crashing into the stream below. Tanner Morrow woke up to the sirens. He had minutes to choose what to save.
It was pretty much what you could fit in your arms and then go. It's definitely just been kind of harrowing. I mean, we're not used to bad weather. I mean, Hawaii is famously one of the sunniest places in the world.
And Billy V joins us tonight from Oahu. Billy, those evacuations are underway right now?
Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, Honolulu Police Department is here to make sure that people don't go into Haleiwa town. There are trucks and other apparatus that's being staged in this area. But once again, those evacuations continue. But the rain, it's supposed to continue Saturday and Sunday.
We thank you.
Let's get over into this next video.
There are mass evacuations going on this morning in Hawaii. A dam north of Honolulu was pushed to the limit. Take a look at that. Already widespread flooding from two powerful storms in the past week. Here is ABC's Michelle Franzen.
A dangerous situation unfolding north of Honolulu. Rising floodwaters surging behind the 120-year-old Wahiawa Dam, now pushing it toward a possible failure. Thousands living downstream told to leave immediately. The Hawaii National Guard has been activated, and the governor is warning residents to get out now.
The dam, which has been safe, was getting close to 85 feet. That's why we sounded the alarms and made sure people could get over out of harm's way.
Relentless rain continues to pound the islands with more on the way through the weekend, raising the risk for even more flooding. Already scenes like these in the rain and wind.
This is nuts, bro. Oh my God, it's rushing so fast.
What appears to be the roof of a home on a road and nearby flooded streets and front yards.
Come with me, family.
The heaviest rain is expected through Saturday, with the Big Island getting the worst of it. Wind gusts of 45 miles an hour are possible. The governor ordering all state departments closed and state workers not responding to the emergency to go home. Locals calling this storm Kona 2.0. It's the second so-called Kona low to hit the area. A Kona low is a subtropical cyclone that can cause extremely heavy rain like Hawaii has seen for the past week.
I've mobilized even more military reserves, and we have the troops coming in from Schofield to help. The Coast Guard will be out there to do search and rescue if, God forbid, any of our loved ones have been washed away with housing.
Residents in impacted areas urged to gather their families and head to shelters now. Parts of Oahu are without power. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Tragic situation. I can't imagine. Now remember, we all know Hawaii is known for the sunny days. You don't even think about bad weather when the word Hawaii comes out your mouth. But this is the reality that people are dealing with.
Oahu's North Shore is moving into recovery after the massive flooding over the weekend. Joining us now live with more on what's happening is the area State House Representative, Sean Quinlan. Aloha and good morning, Representative. Thank you so much for stopping by with us.
Aloha, morning, Sam.
What are your takeaways after visiting some of the most impacted sites over the weekend?
It's the worst flood I've ever seen. Um, there's just so much mud everywhere. There's so much damage, and so many people have lost everything.
What do residents and those most impacted need right now?
Help, volunteers to clean, cleaning supplies, medical supplies, disinfectants, squeegees, power washers, shop vacs. We have enough water. That's probably the only thing we do have enough of. Dried food, durable goods. We don't need clothes, please. No clothing donations yet. That'll come later. We don't need linens. That will also come later. Right now, we're trying to deal with the immediate need of keeping people fed and cleaning out their houses.
As far as the state's response, obviously this did happen at a very unfortunate time, right in the middle of the night. Lots of folks were sleeping. They wake up to floodwaters in their homes. What do you make of the state's response so far?
I think I think the state was acting on the best advice of the National Weather Service. Meteorology is not an exact science. It caught us all by surprise. I really do want to mahalo the State Department of Transportation, particularly Director Ed Sniffen. He was on the ground with me all day Saturday, helping us to get bridges open, helping to clear things out. And he got us two 40-foot dumpsters yesterday, one for Latake Camp and one for Laie, and that was very helpful.
Moving forward, obviously it's spring break. There's a lot of visitors on Oahu. Obviously residents are moving in and out. Your message to residents as well as visitors about just being on Oahu's North Shore right now.
For visitors, please don't come to the North Shore right now. Yesterday, we had a ton of traffic, especially in the Wailua area. And we even had, I think, some local residents that were sort of looky-loos. If you're not coming to volunteer or help or donate, just give us some time to recover.
Wahiawa Reservoir was a big part of the discussion on Friday. That water level did reach 85 feet. I think it raised about 7 feet from midnight on Thursday going into early Friday morning. What would you like to see done with this? It's a very complicated issue with Dole Company as well as the state. What would you like to see done with Wahiawa Reservoir?
I think in the immediate short term, we have to widen the spillway so that more water can escape and take pressure off of the dam. I'm actually going to tour the dam in about an hour and a half with the governor to get an update, so I'll have more information after that.
Representative Sean Quinlan, thank you so much for stopping.
Now, just for people who don't know, a spillway is something that's built into a dam so that if water starts to rise too high, you can open the spillway and let the water flow out, and that way the water level will fall. Simple as that. But let's go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information on this whole situation. So, as we know, so they was talking about the dam. They say during Hawaii's worst flood in 20 years. So let's see. So March 21st, as the water level stabilized at the peak of the crisis, around 5,500 residents were ordered to leave due to the threat. The state engineers reported 120-year-old dam is currently stable and operating as designed. However, the dam remains in poor condition with high hazard potential, meaning a failure could result in a loss of life. So water levels reached the peak of 85.3 feet, approaching the 90-foot level where uncontrollable overtopping would occur. So the storm has caused an estimated $1 billion in damage across the state, impacting homes, roads, and schools and hospitals. More than 230 people have been rescued from emergency crews, including a group of 72 from a youth camp. They are scheduled to vote this week on an acquisition plan to transfer ownership of the dam from Dole to the state to begin a $21 million necessary safety repair. You have to update it. It's as simple as that. Especially, think about it, when a structure goes through something this significant, reaching the close to the max capacity that it needs, there's going to be a potential for some damage. There's going to be some needs for some updates, for some reinforcement to be added. And it's going to cost some money. It's as simple as that. These things cost money. And they just they just had $1 billion worth of damages from this flood, from this tropical storm. It's a crazy situation, y'all, but let me know your thoughts on that. Luckily, I haven't seen any reports of anyone have died from this incident. We had at least a couple people hospitalized, though. Absolutely tragic situation, y'all.